Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to this new section. For the past few days, we have been dealing with geography topic. Today, we shall have a shift. Let us move on to another subject, that is economics. Will surely you might have heard about economics, though it is a new subject for you. Maybe studying first time for the economics, but still, when you hear the term economics, not economic, economics, it is always economy, dealing with economy, that means money. The main theme of the economics is money. How to earn money, how to spend money, how to develop, how to make use of that money for the development of everyone. So all these are the things that will be dealing with economy. And normally we know what is the way of making money. What is the way of making money? How do we get money? When we work. When we work, we get money. So that work can be different. It can be working in the farm, it can be working as a employee, it can be working as a business person or as a transporter. So different types of works are there. Some may be intellectual work, sitting in the computer and doing the work. Some may be working in the field. So different types of works are there. And the basis of every money that we get is work. If you don't do work, we don't get money. Otherwise it has to be black money. So if you want to get white money, then there is no other choice other than working. So in this chapter we'll be learning about the story of Palampur Village. It is a small village, only farmers are there, and how they survive there, how do they get money, what is the financial condition of the people there. All these things will be learning in this lesson. So, as it is a very simple thing about economics and how the people there manage their economy, how they get money, how some people are rich, some people are poor, all these things will be seeing in this lesson. So I'll be reading the textbook and explaining, and you who have got the textbook with you, you can open it and follow it, and we'll learn the first lesson today. So first it is a story narrated there, the situation there, and there is nothing important or serious, but it is just the situation about the village called Palampur. So it is like in our village. It is not Palampur but Palampur. Palampur. Okay. So the purpose of the story is to introduce some basic concepts relating to production, and this we do through the story of hypothetical village called Palampur. So it is not, it is a hypothetical village. That means in reality that village is not existing. We are just giving a name. Just what we want is we want to introduce the concepts. Concepts means idea about production, how people are producing things in the village. So farming is the main activity in Palampur, whereas several other activities such as small scale manufacturing, dairy, transport, etc. are carried out in a limited scale. So in this village the main activity is cultivation, that is farming, but small business like manufacturing, producing something, or dairy means milk products. People may be growing cows, goats, buffaloes and all, and getting milk from them. Then there is transport. People who are having taxi transport system is there. But all these are limited. The main activity of the village is what? Farming. And these production activities need various types of resources, natural resources, man-made items, human effort, money, etc. So in order to carry out all these activities in the village, what we need? We need money. Without money we cannot do anything. Even to do farming we need money. So to do all these several activities we need money. And we will learn how various resources combine to produce the desired goods and services in the village. So let us see how the people in this village work together and they put things together and how they get the production in this village. So Palampur is well connected with neighboring villages and towns. So first of all, this Palampur village has got a road connection to the neighboring village. So transportation is easy for them. To bring things and to send things, it is easy for them. Then Raiganj, a big village, is 3 kilometers from Palampur. So the nearest village, Palampur, that is just 3 kilometers away from Palampur. The tourist Raiganj. Raiganj is a big village, and just 3 kilometers. An all-weather road connects the village to Raiganj and further on to the nearest small town of Shahpur. So the road is very good. It can be used in all weather. All weather means it can be used in every weather, every type of weather. So the road that is going to Raiganj is a very good one. It can be used in every weather, whether it is rainy season or dry season, winter season or whatever season it is. It is nicely constructed, therefore it can be used. And many kinds of transport are visible on this road, starting from bullock carts, tongas, bogies, that is wooden cart drawn by the buffaloes, loaded with jaggery or gur and other commodities, to motor vehicles like motorcycles, jeeps, tractors and trucks. So the transportation that they use, it is in the village level, not big trucks and other huge vehicles, but small vehicles like bullock cart, tongas and bullock carts, the cart that is in bogies, that is by buffaloes. Then what are the things they carry? They carry jaggery or gur that is produced in the village. So that is a small manufacturing unit producing jaggery. So they carry that and some other commodities. And the biggest vehicles that they have is motorcycles, jeeps, tractors and trucks. So that are very limited number. But most of the people use this bullock carts and so on. And this village has about 450 families belonging to several different castes. So caste system is there. All the families, total number of families is 450, and all of them don't belong to the same family. They belong to different castes in the village. And the 80% is upper caste families. They own the majority of the land in the village. So out of these 450 families, 80% of them, that is a vast majority of them, more than 3/4 of the villages of the houses belonging to the upper caste, and all the land in the village belong to them. So those who have got land, they are the richest. They are the, we can say they are the master. So all other small farmers, they have very little land. So this 80% of the people belonging to the upper caste, and most of the land belonging to them. And their houses, some of them quite large, are made of bricks with cement plastering. So these upper caste people who are rich, they have got very big houses. Their houses are made with bricks, cement and so on, nicely plastered and nicely made, beautiful. And the SCs, that means scheduled caste, that is called Dalits, comprise 1/3 of the population and live in one corner of the village and in much smaller houses, some of which are mud and straw. So the other houses, that is only just 20% of the population, they belong to this scheduled caste, or they are also called Dalits, and their houses are very simple. They are not able to make big huge houses. They make house with bamboos and so on. And most of the houses have electric connections, and electricity powers all the tubes in the fields and is used in various types of small businesses. So another advantage in this village is every house in this village they have got electric connection, and in the tube there is motor, electric is connected, and they can pump out water from the well from the motor. And Palampur has two primary schools and one high school. So educationally also they are quite okay. They have got three schools, two primary schools and one high school. And there is a primary health center run by the government and one private dispensary where the sick are treated. So they have two hospitals, one is by the government and another one is by the private. So when the people get sick, they can go there and receive the treatment. And the description above shows that Palampur has fairly well developed system of roads, transport, electricity, irrigation, schools and health center. Compare these facilities with those in your nearby village. So when we look at this Palampur village, what are the facilities available there? They have got road, transportation, electricity, irrigation, that is water facility for gardening, and then what else they have? They have education system is there, health system is there. So almost all the facilities are there, and you can compare in your own villages, especially the interior villages. Do they have all these facilities? Do they have good roads? Do they have proper transportation? Do they have proper electricity or health system or school education system and so on? We can compare. So comparing to most of the villages or quite many villages in our country, we can say this village is quite well equipped. The problem is that caste system is there. 80% are rich, other 20% are very poor. They have very little land with them. Now, the story of Palampur, an imaginary village, will take us through the different types of production activities in the village. In villages across India, farming is the main production activity. So just like this Palampur village, in most of our villages in India, what is their production? The main activity is, what do they produce? They are producing farm products like wheat, rice and so on. So most of their works are farm activities. They are working in the farm producing vegetables and other grains. Then the other production activities referred to as non-farm activities include small manufacturing, transport, shopkeeping, etc. So another type of activity is called non-farm activities. So the two types of activities that normally we find in a village is, first and the main activity is farming activity, that is agriculture, cultivation. So all that cultivation, working on the land is under farm activities. Then all the other activities, those who are running taxi, those who are running shop, those who are doing other activities, office jobs, whatever it is, all that is not belonging to the farm activity, that will belong to this non-farm activities. So these are the two main activities that we will find in this most of the villages in India. And we shall take a look at both these types of activities after learning a few general things about production. So these are the two main activities that we will find. Now let us look at the village in India, and we shall have a little bit of idea about production. What do you understand by production? What is the meaning of production and so on. So let's see. First one, it is called organization of production. Organization of production. The aim of production is to produce the goods and services that we want. So what is the aim of production? We have to produce goods and services. Goods means whatever we need. Maybe the farm goods or maybe the non-farm goods, whatever we need in our daily life, we need to produce. And also we need a lot of service. Service means the service that we give to others. Maybe the one who is driving the taxi, he is giving the taxi service of transportation. One who is running the shop is giving the service of selling. Or one who is working in the bank is giving the service, helping the customers. So all that is called service. Whatever help or whatever work we do for others, that is called service. So we have to produce both goods and service. So goods and service. We have to produce both goods and service. The first requirement is land. So first let us think about goods. What is the first requirement of goods to produce? First there should be land. We need land. First thing that is required is land. Then other natural resources such as water, forest, minerals. So when we say land, all that is in the land also is included. What are they? Water, then natural resources, then forest. So when we say we need land, it will mean that all that is there in the land also is included, like water, natural resources and forest. All these things are there. Then the second requirement is labor. Second one is labor. Labor means the workforce. It is not enough to have land, water, forest and so, but we need labor. We need people to work. That is called labor. So people who will do the work, that is meaning of labor. Some production activities require highly educated workers to perform the necessary tasks. Other activities require workers who can do manual work. Each worker is providing the labor necessary for production. So all the works are not same. Some works need very highly talented people to do the work. For example, people to do the work in the bank. All the people cannot go and do the work. They need special training, they need a special knowledge, understanding and all. Otherwise they will make a lot of mistake and there will be a lot of complication. So they need to highly qualified people, like other activities like engineering or to become doctor. Anybody cannot go and do doctor's work. They need to learn nicely, they need to have that knowledge, they need